everyone, welcome back. This is my first project for Kidola Kits for the month of July, and I will say off the bat, I do apologize if you hear little baby noises in the background. My little 6-month-old girl is sitting here with me while I'm doing this voiceover. So anyway, I decided to do a 9x12 layout for the exact reason that I don't want to have to do too much stitching. And I like this idea of having sort of this like string of circles going down the page, but I didn't want to do an extra 2 strip of strings, and so I went for a 9x12, which is a completely justifiable reason, basically being laziness. Anyway, so I cut out a bunch of these papers because I really liked the variety of papers we got in the kit this month. And I drew 4 lines, and I am just spacing out these circles. I'm trying not to put the same colors next to each other or the same patterns next to each other, and I'm trying to like split it up a little bit, as you can see there. So once that's done, I stitched that all down and I started gluing my photo before I realized I had to actually turn the camera on again. So I did that. So this, I'm actually documenting the story of Ivy's first bath. So this photo here is actually the after, and then I'm about to attach 2 little mini photos of her first bath here, which will be the before. Now I popped it all up on foam tape for some fun dimension, and then obviously where it overlaps the photo, I just used a little bit of like rolling adhesive. So those photos are down. I didn't mat them on anything. I kept the white border on when I cut them, and that's basically all I did. And now I'm going to start embellishing. I'm using this little border strip that we got in that 12x12 sticker sheet, and then I'm going to add some tiny phrase stickers down the top and down the bottom. And I'm also going in with one of those little border pieces, wood veneer, and I'm actually, that piece there, I'm actually going to emboss that white so that it is a nice bright white color. I didn't want to paint because it felt a bit messy, and so I decided to emboss, which is what I'm doing here off camera. So I'm just sticking that one kind of at the top, which means I'm framing my 2 photos essentially by having the little scallop border down the bottom, and at the top I've got that cute little vine piece, I would call it. This is quite a busy layout, but I think it works because there's a fair bit of white space between those circles, so I didn't put them touching each other, and I think that's why it still looks fairly light and airy. The other thing I did is I didn't take them all the way up to the sides. This was originally an accident. I just couldn't be bothered probably measuring it out, but it worked out well because I didn't leave myself a space for journaling, which was perfect because I could actually do my journaling as almost as if like it's a little vertical border, which I'll do at the end. This pen here is a gold foil pen, or a gold leaf pen, and I just got it off Amazon. It was like $14, and it's amazing. It smells terrible, and like I stank out my whole craft room just doing this, but it has got this like true gold foil shine, and oh my goodness, I loved it. And I really feel like that added like just the glamour that this particular layout needed. As I was doing this layout, I realized that one really good thing about naming our puppy Ivy is that it's nice and short, so I can fit her name on layouts relatively easily, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. So her whole name fit on one of those tiny little like 1.5 inch circles, or was that 2 inches? I think that's 1.5. Anyway, that's a bit of a thing, and I remember last month I did the same thing about a layout about her. I just put her name down, and it was nice and short, and I was like, oh, nifty. Anyway, so I'm just kind of building out my clusters a little bit more. I'm using this little tag, and in this tag, just the top part of it, I'm going to add some twine, and the twine will be adding another little textural element. So ultimately, this layout is very textured because there's the texture from the stitching, there's the dimension from the papers that's like sort of not completely flat from the circles, then there's the twine, there's the wood veneer. I also add in that gold texture. Oh, is that a texture? Yeah, it is. It's like the gold foil texture. And then a whole bunch of stickers. And yeah, I really like how this turned out. Like, it turned out so much nicer than what I had in my head. You know when you kind of have a layout in your head, and then often it doesn't really work out the way you thought it would. This turned out better, and I was so happy with that. So anyway, yay, go me. Now, I'm basically done here, I think. Sorry, my baby is stealing the cord from my microphone. So I'm trying to get her to stop doing that. Sorry about these little interruptions, but that is just the voiceovers you get when there is someone with a 6-month-old attached to them at all times. I think this layout is now done. I added my journaling on one side, then I realized I should probably add some more on the other side to sort of like frame it a bit better. And that is exactly what I did. And there we go. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all again next week for another video. Bye.